Hey guys, welcome to the Five Cs. This is Planet Head, flying as Ashford Rogers. Today, uh, got some more reviews or some more a video to show. I'm liking the new format that I'm doing the hints at the beginning quickly, getting into it, then reviewing some gameplay, and then some general chatter. It's forcing me to become more prepared for the videos, so I hope you guys like that. If you'd like to see more of something, please let me know in uh, uh, the comment section, or you can message my main character, my main CEO character, Robert Gouldshaw, or even Ashford Rogers, either one. Um, so today, even though I've said that I'm doing hints first, and then gameplay second, and then just general chatter after that, I'm going to invert the first two because the hints actually are I thought of because of my poor gameplay yesterday. So what I thought I would do is show the gameplay of where I died. There's a few things I was a little bit happy with, but in general, not super happy with the way I played. Um, so we're in the thinking man's group right now. Um, so let me just pull it up here. Yesterday, oops, that's got to be minimized there. There we go. So yesterday I got into a fight with an Incursus and died, of course. Um, Made a few mistakes, and I'm not happy with them because it slowed my progress. I did, at the end, do something that I was very happy with, um, but the mistakes I made were things that I made in the past, or I just got too jittery flying. So let's just get right into it. Just to give you a heads up, I was in Fashion Warfare Space. In a small installation, I saw a tormentor in there. Now I wasn't sure who I was going to be fighting here. Um, that is number 3 on the hints that I'm going to talk about here in a little while, um, and it revolves around patience, possibly. Um, but I was able to get into a fight there. I did a few things right. I feel like I'm getting better at getting the fight started. I still have some work to do there as far as speed, especially with frigates. Speed and ability is the fights are over so fast that you really have to have your stuff down, and I have a long way to go with that. So we'll go ahead and get started here. Um, so as we're rolling along here, I can actually get a little bit farther ahead here. I'm warping in on the gate. Um, Perfectly fine there. Now, at this point, I was happy with that right there. I lowered my scanning radius down to 360 degrees. We're only 1 AU away. That's a good start. I'm getting better at that. It allows me to see if anybody is warping in on me. You can't see it because of my face right here, but that's where so by this here, it tells me that. So I'm happy with that. Um, and we're going to warp in. If you notice here, I'm not even in the fight yet, and this fight is over in about a minute and 30 seconds from now, even less than that, probably a minute. That's how fast these frigate fights are, and if you're not doing things off, or if you make a mistake, it can be almost instant death, at least for me right now. Um, so as I'm flying in, there we go. We got the warp gate active, coming in right here. So this is the first part of it. Now, what I could have done, there's only 5 people in system, including myself, so only 4 other people. I have now warped in. I now know who I'm fighting. If I had taken a couple minutes beforehand and just scanned through these guys, you can go a lot farther. You can go into Z kill board, look up their kills, what ships they fly, things like that. Um, but if you just wanted to get in a full fight, I could have just pulled each one of them up. And Clara Lair is a pretty cool person, from what I can tell. Um, but I had no background history on them. So I was flying blind. Um, so coming in here, good, good, good. And so I've landed. Still in good shape. Now I did change the ship up just a little bit from my prior ones. I went away from the afterburner to a micro warp drive. Why did I do this? Because I was getting kited so often, I could never get even a hit on anybody. So I threw a micro warp drive on her. I'm 9,000 kilometers away, or 9,000 meters away. So still in pretty good shape. A minute left. How do I die that quick? Well, I'm going to show you how stupid I am. So we get ready here, and I'm clicking. I've now set it to approach. I swing over here. I hit my micro warp drive. Perfect. That's what I want to do. We're going to try to get in close and getting ready to webify. I'm 11 away, so I need to get within 10. So I'm just going to wait on that. I'm still happy. I'm still happy with this. There we go. I think I tried it the first time and I wasn't close enough, but the second time I did. So I got that up and running. I'm still happy with what I'm doing. And I'm down here getting ready to fire off my guns. So now I'm within 4,000 kilometers. I haven't been hit by anything on their end yet. I've been able to webify and scram or disrupt them. So I've got them locked down. Half a second later, now I'm getting hit. Okay, so here's the kicker. You saw me click on my guns there. Let's just go right back here. This is where I get stupid. So there's my micro warp drive, web, and I'm going to come down here and I'm going to click on the guns to fire. And then I click it again, trying to overheat my guns. As you can see here, I didn't hit them the first time, but I tried to overheat my guns. They smacked me upside the head, do about a third of my damage to my shield because probably my warp drive's going, so I'm a bigger target. And I fired off one, but I'm like, okay, let's overheat them, try to get more damage on them. Instead of overheating them, I shut my guns down. That's where I get frustrated. Because when you go back and you look at it, you're like, wow, I just missed probably 3 or 4 hits. You'll see here. Tried to overheat them. Now my guns aren't even firing. Now I've been scrammed and webbed. Now I'm over here. I'm like, what is going on? Why am I not hitting them? So I am happy about the fact that I noticed that I wasn't doing any damage. If you watched a couple videos ago, I still have no clue what I'm doing, but I had no idea what was going on. But now I'm halfway into my armor, and I finally realize that my guns aren't firing. Within seconds, I probably could have gotten off 3 or 4 shots on him. I don't know if I would have killed him, but I'm within range. And so now I know I'm in trouble. Okay, now my guns are firing. I'm finally doing some damage, but I know I'm probably going to die. He's already got me into over half of my armor. I don't have any way to repair it. So this is the one spot that I'm kind of happy about because I'm getting a little bit better about flying in the field of battle. I was able to approach, and this is where I'm like, I need to try to get out of here. Now, the big kicker for me is I have the micro warp drive, and I think I might have a chance to get out of his scramming or his disruption. I might be able to get out of the range of his guns because he seems like he obviously, or she, I'm sorry, Claire, has obviously has kept the fight in close from what I can tell, and they're scramming me, so they're trying to slow me down. So, or webifying me. So, at this point, I turn and aim at this spot right here, this anomaly, anything that's out there, and I hit my afterburner, hoping that I can increase the distance. So I'm at 1.6. If you notice here, I'm just a little bit into my structure. I'm going to get hit a couple of times. Whoops. Are we there? It's funny, I can tell how far it is along by how much damage I have. So I'm aligning, and my micro warp drive is on. Now notice here I'm at 1,600 meters. I've actually done some damage. If I would have kept that damage going, now I don't know if they can repair. I don't know what other parts they are, but I've actually been able to do some. But that simple error of missing my guns has cost me. There's another major error here that I'm going to show you when I'm completely done with this. It really frustrates me that I didn't notice. And it doesn't have to do with the gameplay of me clicking on things. but I'm about to get to it. So, um, as you can see here, I'm down into my structure, but now I've been able to get 3,000 meters away. In my head, I'm like, I might have a chance to get away from this, and I'm doing some damage. I'm hitting him. He's down into his armor, or her. Sorry, Claire. Um, but now I'm down to like point 0.1 or point 0.2 of my armor. Um, Still increasing that distance. I might have a chance. All I need to do is see this go away, and I can hit warp. I'm up to 6,000 at this point. If I could go for another second or two, I might be okay, but I die. Boom. Capsule ejected. So, now the fact that I think this works, since I was already aligned to that, it did actually help me warp away, I think, because I was able to insta-warp to get out of the area. So that is one thing I need to get good at. Put a little good fight in there. Thank you, Claire. Appreciate it. So long story short, my major error was 2 errors, not looking up to see who people were. I don't know if Claire's a good fighter or not, but I could have at least known how long of a time she's played. The second part being that I was not paying attention to my guns or using them correctly or effectively. I'm sure there's other small errors, but I'm really trying to focus on just working on 3 things at a time. The last error is that if you notice, this entire video was shot where you could only see my ship. I'm not using the correct camera. If I had been using the correct camera, I would have scanned out and used the tactical camera, if I'm not mistaken. It had a better view of the field, better view of what's going on. Also over here, I didn't have the velocities up. If I would have had the velocities up, I could have known whether or not how fast Claire was moving, and whether or not my ability to get away would have been a lot easier. So, really 4 major errors there that I need to work on. So, but there were some good things, some things that I'm getting down. I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable with clicking on things and still being able to keep an eye on the board. My next ship that I'm going to fly is going to be, I'm going to try to throw an armor repairer on there for the first time, not go with the passive tanking. But this is my tip. My tip is make yourself a notepad or anything, a sheet of paper, something. My major tip is to come up with, and I've done this in the past with work and with other things, create a short-term goal, create a medium goal, create a long-term goal. Short-term goal would be something that you can do every single day to get better. Medium goal would be something that you can do over the course of a week or over the course of a month. Have a goal that you want to get to. Challenge yourself. Long-term goal is something that can change over time, but have something out there that you want to get to over a long period of time. And maybe it helps, maybe it changes, maybe your priorities change, but at least you're shooting for something rather than just the day-to-day grind of it, which will slowly wear you down. So my goal is to constantly be doing the practicing my PvP. Sooner or later, I might actually get a kill where the guy wasn't just a buffoon. And to do so, I'm going to write up 3 different things in here. Right now, I want to improve my gameplay, how I'm flying, how I'm clicking on things, how I'm using my hotkeys, how I'm organizing the ship. And 3 things that I messed up with there: overheating, camera angles, and knowledge of ships. I didn't look up the player or the ship type. I knew it was Incursus. I didn't look it up. I have a feel for what Incursuses do, but there might be other options that are out there. Even if I'm looking up the players and looking up who they've killed, who they haven't, if that player becomes, and you get afraid that you're not going to get the fight, you've learned enough from looking them up that it will help you in the future. If I would have sat there and looked through a bunch of things and then saw, and I'm not sure of this, that Claire flew a bunch of Incursuses, I spent the time to look at her fits. If she then finishes off her sight and moves on, it's as good as or better than flying in blind and getting killed by her, because I've actually learned from the type of ships that she might have had if she's been killed in the past. So that's an option. The second one here is, so this is short term. Every single day for the next at least week, I'm going to be doing this. Medium term, starting August 1st with Ashford Rogers, I am going to try to have him live in faction warfare space for 30 days without leaving. Not allowed to leave nullsec. Not allowed to leave for regular low sec. Not allowed to go to Rens to pick up stuff. The only thing I can do is fly around in faction warfare space with him starting August 1st. If I need anything, I have to haul it in with my other guy, Robert Goldshaw, whether it be ships, blueprints, things like that, and then contract it to him. That will get me used to doing those two things with both characters, one being the transporter, one being the fighter. And then last but not least, over a long period of time, and this is, you'll understand this when I say it, I have some BPOs now. I have researched them to some better levels to be able to get those to a level where I can produce them, which I already have, but also research them and maybe get some Tech 2 BPOs, or use the faction warfare points that I'm getting to actually get faction warfare style equipment so I can fly a better ship as I get better. So these are my three. This is my tip of the day, is to create a notepad or write it down. Have it someplace. Have a whiteboard on the wall next to you. Give yourself goals for every single day that you want to do, and then try to do them. And when you get bored with one of them, change it. Guess what? If I highlight this and press delete, it goes away and I can type over it. It's an amazing thing, this whole notepad thing. A really, really intensive computer program that's going on. So that said, where are we at here? About 17 minutes. So right now, I built my second Rifter, the one that got killed yesterday. I am living out here. I haven't actually left with Mr. Rogers yet. I'm actually going to probably take the last flight out to high sec. I have a couple more blueprints I want to pick up. I'm going to be going with an armor repairing Rifter for the future. So I need to get the blueprints for that so I can build multiple of those. I have been able to kill rats out here that are allowing me to build these ships. So this is a lot of fun living off the land out here. But that's it. So I'm on my way over to Rens. I'm going to pick up a couple blueprints there or in the surrounding area. I need to pick up a few rig ones for this, and I think I need some ammo blueprints because I want to be able to switch out my ammo. I already have a decent number of blueprints, but I need to upgrade those. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the next couple hours, and then once I build this ship, go out and blow myself up again. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great day. I'll be playing later on tonight and early tomorrow, and then be back to work. So hope you've had a great weekend, and if you need anything, please feel free to contact me. And you can comment in the YouTube section. You can message directly me, either Robert Goldshaw is my main character or Ashford Rogers. And those are the two I'm playing right now, and they're both on the same account. Or if you want to join our Discord channel, just feel free to message me, and I'll get back in touch with you. We've got about 4 or 5 people in it now. Been able to fleet up a couple times, and having a lot of fun. So alrighty, fly. Good luck, and have a nice day, and stay alive. Alrighty, bye bye.